Hello, this is Anton from Slexin. In this video, I'm gonna show you about Perfecto test reporting. Perfecto functionality allows you to quickly identify errors in testing and determine their causes. There is a test analysis section for this. Let's move on to this section. We are in the Insights page. Here you see a general summary of the tests. There is a chart with the number of tests passed, failed, and tests with an unknown result. These tests appear if you end them unexpectedly, such as signing out of your account during the test. On the left is a chart of error categories during testing. In most cases, testing was interrupted during a long period of inactivity, after which the session was closed. This is also indicated by the summary on the right side of the screen, which tells about the main causes of failures. In the heatmap page, we can segment the data using filters and see a visual representation. Let's choose a period of 30 days. From the heatmap, we can see that Mac devices have the highest pass rate. You can set up filtering in such a way that is more convenient to you to draw conclusions. With the heatmap, it will be easier for you to do this. On the report library page, we can see a list of all tests. In the top panel, we also see a general summary with a chart of all types of tests. The right side of the panel contains general statistics by periods. Most of the screen is occupied by a table with tests. You can customize the columns. For this, use this button. Perfecto also allows you to download test details in CSV format. You can filter tests and save them to use. Let's select tests done during the week. In addition to filtering, you can group tests by certain parameters. This button is used to save the view. A list of all views is here. Now I want to talk more about these columns. History is only available for scripted tests. You can run such tests several times, and the report shows that green tests are passed and red ones are failed. The outlined circle means selected. It displays information in the table. The blocked reason column displays false negative results, including unexpected pop-ups, items not found, or server crashes. False negative is a machine learning term, meaning that the test failed, but the reason may not depend on the test subject. Let's get into the details of this test. Since the test is a failure, we see the reason for the failure here. On the left side of the screen, we see a list of commands for the scriptless test. For each of the commands, we see the trigger timeline and execution results. At each stage of the test, we can also see the reason for the failure. On the video panel, you can monitor the progress of commands. The presence of timelines with descriptions of commands allows you to quickly navigate through the video. You can integrate the test with the Jira platform, as well as download the test data in the format you are interested in. Let's go back to the old test page. You can compile tests run on different platforms. Let's select all Mattermost tests. Select them and click on the Compare button. This will help you group the tests and compare them. You can switch to test details. If necessary, you can go back to the comparison page. The last section I will talk about is the CI dashboard. This section is useful for analyzing tests that have been run multiple times and in aggregate. Usually these tests are run from other services that are integrated with Perfecto. In order for this data to appear, you need to create a job. A job is a group of tests. They are run sequentially when the job is started. Let's create a job. We need to go to the scriptless web section. Let's select the project where the tests on the Salesforce site are located. One of the tests simply fills out a page form. The second test is known to fail. It compares the URL of the page with the required value, and if it doesn't match, the test is considered failed. Let's go to the jobs page and create it. Now we need to add these two tests. You can start the job right now, and after that the results will appear in the CI dashboard. But let's also set up Jenkins integration. At this point, you can select the applications with which you want to integrate Perfecto. Copy the script following the instructions. Now let's go to the Jenkins page. Let's create an item. After creation, you need to find the build steps option in configure. Select execute shell and paste the script. Now you can save and run the project. Let's go to the console output section and wait for the work to finish. After the end, we see a message from Perfecto. It's talking about a failed test, and the URL doesn't match the required value. Now let's go back to test analysis and check the results. There is a new job named Jenkins has false. 2 tests will run here. The number of scales means the number of job runs. The chart on the right side shows the dependence of the operating time. You can open the results of the job in Insights or Heatmap views. If you click on the scale, then you will be taken to report library, where this test will be displayed. So, we have considered the possibilities of analyzing reports. The interface is flexible and you can customize the views to easily track application issues. That's all for now. Thank you for watching and have a good day.